everyone. Welcome to This Day. Happy Saturday. It is January 28th. Now, on our show today, we have Elise Rothrock, who is with our Media and Communications Department, and she is here to talk to us about the Art Association. There's something very special going on at the Community Services Center, and you'll be able to hear all about it when I talk to Elise. Then we have Dr. John Hovanessian, who is here on behalf of Harvard Eye Associates. And of course, technology is happening again, and there's some great new lenses that he wants to talk to you about. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather. Well, we're looking at nice skies today, but we are going to cloud up later on, and we're going to expect some rain in the early morning hours of Sunday. So 61-49 today, 55-44 tomorrow, and Monday 55-40, both with rain. Now, if you are traveling, take a look at these numbers. Our local beaches looks like they're going to be, a little chilly, 58-49, San Diego 60-50, Santa Barbara 61-40, Palm Springs 65-44, Tahoe 31-10, Big Bear 40-20, Mammoth 26-8, and Las Vegas 59-36. Our sunrise this morning was at, 6:50. And our sunset will be at 5:18. And this is a photo of Dana Point Harbor, where if you drive to the end, near the Institute, there is a waterfall, but only after it rains. So if you can head on over there the next time it rains, you might just see the waterfall. All right, and then I wanted to make an announcement that don't forget this weekend, it started yesterday, but I'm sure there's still plenty left. They have mulch. And it is the mulch that is generated here in the village by our landscaping services. It is free, and you can go to Clubhouse 3 and 5, and please bring your own shovel and container. Okay, when we come back, we'll have Elise Rothrock, and we'll talk all about the Art Association, so stay tuned.
Diane's Hallmark in Laguna Niguel is now an Elam's Hallmark, and we are excited to be part of your community. We have just remodeled, and you will be surprised by the wide variety of fashion and accessories, home decor, collectibles, Disney, Peanuts, Harry Potter, and Star Wars, along with the largest Hallmark card selection in town. Stop in today and sign up for our Crown Rewards program and get a free Just Because card. Once a member, you can get a free card once a month. Elam's Hallmark, your neighborhood gift store.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
At Genesis of Laguna Niguel, we care about every customer and treat you like family. So think of us kind of like a good grandson. We take our time to go over all your new Genesis's technology features, step by step, all in the comfort of our showroom while enjoying complimentary refreshments. Or if you prefer, we can deliver your new Hyundai and cover everything in person. It's that easy. For a simply better buying and ownership experience, visit Genesis of Laguna Niguel.
Oh, life, how we admire you, are deeply fascinated by you. All your twists and turns and wild rides you take us on. The ups and the downs. Life, you live inside all of us, breathing, growing, beating. You are the reason we'll always provide world-class healthcare. Providence, we see the life in you.
Welcome back. Well, we have Elise Rothrock here, who's here on behalf of Media and Communications and the Art Association. Well, welcome. Nice to see you. How are you?
Thank you. It's always nice to be here. Thank you.
And you've got your hands full with all sorts of things, and this is just another thing that you take on, which we so appreciate. And it's really exciting because this has been building for many, many years. Tell me a little bit about what I'm talking about.
You are talking about the 2023 Laguna Woods Art Association exhibit, which is now up and ready for residents, their friends, and guests to come and check out on the first and third floors of the community center.
And it's been around for a while.
It has been around for a while. The Art Association began in 1965, and they held their first show at Clubhouse 1 in 1966. They were invited to display in the community center in 2016, and this will be their third show here.
Okay, and so then at the very beginning, though, it was called the Laguna Hills Art Association.
That's right.
When did that transition?
I'm not 100% certain when that happened. Maybe when former Leisure World became Laguna Woods Village.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but
Okay,
it's been
and
around a long time.
And then the first year, they had an awful lot of members.
They did. I think it totaled almost 240 members.
Right. Wow. And now how many do they have?
That I don't know either, but I know it's going strong because we have 160 pieces of artwork on the first and third floors, more than twice as many as the last show. So all of the hallways and all of the alcoves and nooks and crannies feature artwork by members of the association.
Right. Now you have to be a member of the association to be able to actually participate, right?
That's right.
Okay. Okay. And now you have been working with the president of the association, also the show coordinator, to get all of these things, all of these this artwork, obviously judged, which is not done by anyone here. It's done by the association.
That's right. It's a juried show. There are select members of the association who take care of all of that. They log everything, they catalog it, and they bring it to the community center and they intake everything. And then it's my job to kind of figure out the flow, where everything might go, where it might fit, and all that. The fun stuff is what I get to do. And then our maintenance and construction teams go in and do all the actual hard work, the unsung work of hanging and then patching previous holes and retouching paint and all of that kind of stuff. So it's a big production that takes a bit of time, but you know, the end result I think is great, and I hope that people who come to view it enjoy it.
Well, you know, we were privy to it, of course, because we work in the community center, and we were seeing all sorts of just variances. You know, you've got watercolors, you have I don't know, other types of kind of older paintings, and it's really interesting to see how they've transitioned. I mean, some people like to do different kinds of artwork where it's abstract, or they do people, or they do landscapes. It's just everything across the board.
It really is a spectrum of artwork and different kinds of mediums: oil, watercolor, acrylic, mixed media, wonderful landscapes, as you said, abstract, some portraiture. Each piece is unique and special, and it's great to have them up.
So it starts now, and how long do you leave them up? For a year?
They will be up for approximately a year.
Okay.
And during the month of February, residents who come to check out the artwork are encouraged to vote for the piece that speaks to them the most.
Oh, okay.
And then during the member reception, we'll announce what the community favorite is.
Now, can they check in at resident services, not resident services, but at the concierge desk to place the vote, or how does that work?
They can pick up, it's just a tiny little ballot at the concierge, and each of the paintings has an accompanying placard that has the artist name, the title name, the dimensions of the piece, how much the cost is, if it's for sale, and most are for sale. And then in the bottom left-hand corner of each card is a number, and people are just asked to vote using that number.
Oh, okay.
And then they can return it to the concierge.
Okay. And then you said there was a member reception. That's for those folks who participated.
Yes, that'll happen in early March.
Oh, okay. So, but they should get their vote in by the end of February.
Yes, it's February 1st through the 28th.
Oh, okay, good. So the whole month. All right.
But you don't have to vote.
No, but that would sure be nice if people did, right? Because then you're just giving kudos to that individual who went out of their way to participate.
Absolutely.
I think that would be great.
It's a nice interactive kind of event too.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, can you tell me a little bit about the the Laguna Woods Art Association. So, of course, we have an email address that somebody could look it up and get more information. But from an overview, what would you say it offers?
The association welcomes all kinds of artists, from beginner to intermediate to masters. And they have a comprehensive art library, they have field trips, they offer art classes and demonstrations, juried and non-juried shows, they have art supply sales at low prices for those items.
Great.
Use of the art studio for personal paint and multimedia projects. So they offer something for everyone.
I think that's great, because if you are an artist, it's expensive. If you just go to the regular stores here and you go and Art Depot or something like that, those canvases are expensive.
That's true.
I'm glad to see that they do offer specialties.
And it's a great community for them all to come together.
It definitely is.
See what everyone else is doing, and if I lived here, that's something that I would be doing.
I know, it's so funny because when I talk to people about the community, they're like, oh my gosh, it sounds like there's so much to do. I'm like, there is so much to do, and there is something for everyone. So great resources. Well, thank you so much for doing all that. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And if you want more information about the Art Association or what's going on here, you can always go to lagunawoodsart.com or lagunawoodsart@gmail.com. And don't forget that you can vote for any of the artwork on the first and third floor by going to the concierge and getting the little ballot. It would be very appreciated if you did that. We'll be right back.
Hearing is part of your foundational health. Having the best hearing you can affects every aspect of your life. Hearing is related to your balance, your memory, your communication, and your overall positive well-being. Hi, I'm Ann Mundell-Noel, owner of Amazing Hearing. As an audiologist, my passion is to give you the best hearing health available based on your individual needs. Call us today to schedule an appointment. We're located in the Trader Joe Shopping Center.
Are you or someone you know facing financial challenges from unexpected emergency expenses? The foundation of Laguna Woods Village can provide the temporary help you need. Meals on Wheels, adult day services, dental services, medical alert services, and ambulance contracts. Contact the Village Social Services at 949-597-4267 to see if you qualify. Neighbors helping neighbors. The mission of the foundation of Laguna Woods Village.
Who is RadNet? You've probably heard our name and seen our commercials, but you still might not know who we are. RadNet is the largest provider of outpatient imaging services in the United States, with over 8,000 employees and almost 400 imaging centers in 7 states. Likely, if you have had diagnostic imaging, you have experienced RadNet's high-quality, cost-effective imaging services. With 35 years of expertise, RadNet is leading into the future with advanced technology and the very latest AI technology. We are positioned for the future of healthcare. RadNet, leading radiology forward.
Welcome to Harvard Eye Associates. We're focused on your eye care at all 3 of our Orange County locations.
Our new location in Laguna Hills, Orange, and San Clemente.
Each facility features the latest in advanced technology and diagnostic equipment.
And a trusted collection of doctors that care about your vision and your quality of life.
We deliver what matters to you
and your family.
Harvard Eye Associates, the future of vision today.
Welcome back. Well, we have Dr. John Hovannessian here from Harvard Eye Associates. Well, welcome back. Nice to see you.
It is so great to be here, Lisa. It's always a pleasure to join you.
Well, thank you for coming in. And very exciting. You have a new implant, and so we're going to talk a little bit about that. But you know what? For those folks who may have moved in to the village and may not know who you are, Tell us about Harvard Eye Associates.
Well, we're an eye care group that spans the spectrum of everything from basic eye care, contact lenses, and annual exams to the most advanced eye surgeries. We're 20 doctors in all the different specialties, obviously close to the village, and so we've long had a wonderful relationship with the people here. We love the community, and are here to just kind of educate on what's new in eye care mostly, and help people be aware.
So now you span the gamut all the way from just a regular eye exam to surgery, and what specialty surgeries do you do?
Yeah, so all of the major specialties in eye care, from the very front of the eye, cornea, to we have 3 specialists in we've got 4 specialists in cornea, 3 in glaucoma. We've got a variety of doctors who do oculoplastic, so surgery of the eyelids, both cosmetic and functional.
Oh, okay.
From cancers to just looking better. To retina surgery, and really all the major specialties in eye care are represented at a very high fellowship level trained kind of doctors in multiple in our practice. So it's really nice. We have a unified group of all just nice people. Most importantly, everybody's nice, and we have a great culture where we try to treat our patients like family members.
Exactly.
So,
exactly. Now you're located not too far from here, over near the hospital, actually right next door to the hospital.
That's right, next to Saddleback Hospital in a medical building there near Gate 2 on Magdalena Street.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So.
Well, thank you for the introduction for those who may not know. I mean, he's been here forever, but nonetheless, we just wanted to let everybody know. So let's talk about this new implant and how it might differ from the ones you already have.
Yeah, so lens implants are what every patient receives when they have cataract surgery. And of course, cataract surgery, a lot of people don't know, is the most commonly performed surgical procedure in the United States. That's because most of us get it, cataract, if we live long enough, and we get 2. So we get to go through it twice. The implant that we receive sets our vision for the rest of our life. The prescription in that implant is custom, can be custom made for the patient. And there are just a variety of different technologies that have been developed for this. When a new one comes along and is FDA approved, it is a big deal because that doesn't happen every year.
Right.
And it's not a common occurrence. This one is really unique because it serves kind of 2 separate needs. One is people with astigmatism, which is about 70% of us have astigmatism in our eyes, and if we want to correct that, we can. The other group is very different. It's a group of people who have irregular eyes. So if you've had certain conditions in the past, like you've had radial keratotomy surgery, you have almost by definition an irregular eye. If you have scars or other problems, if you've had pterygium, which is surfer eye, you might be a candidate for this type of lens implant when you have cataract surgery. And that's because the eye is irregular, and no ordinary lens implant can give it a real well-focused vision.
Now, when you say irregular, tell me what you mean by irregular. When I'm thinking irregular, I'm thinking shape.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It is shape indeed. So the very front surface of the eye, the cornea, is the most important focusing part of the eye. And of course, it can look perfectly normal. If you just look at the eye, it looks round for about everybody. But microscopically, there can be irregularities in this that can make a huge difference in the way we see. We have ways of measuring this. We know when it's regular versus irregular. We know how to, correct those. And now we have one more tool for people whose eyes are microscopically irregular.
Okay, so let's look at that picture again. So so you've got 2 different, I see, 2 different lenses here. So they're similar, but the one on the right has a black
there's a dark circle. So what's that about? So that mask, it's called, is designed to direct most of the light rays coming through this implant through the very center. It's a small aperture, or another way to say it is a pinhole. It's about 1.5 millimeters in diameter, and that's not terribly small. And here's a picture of what it looks like in an eye with the pupil dilated. Now, if you have
red?
So why is it red? Just like when you get red eye when you take a picture of sometimes of people with a flash, we're seeing that red eye here.
I see.
And there's another picture that follows. It looks like just a normal eye. And under normal conditions, it looks like this. You don't see anything abnormal. It just looks like an eye. Here with the pupil dilated, we do it that way so you can see what it looks like inside the eye. It goes where a normal lens implant goes. It is like a normal lens implant except for that dark mask. And that mask allows us to use small aperture optics, and that's the principle some of us learned in 5th grade science when we learned that if you have a pinhole camera,
you can look at the sun, and
you can focus like a lens with a pinhole. You don't need an actual lens. That's right. And so this works by the same concept. and it really allows high quality vision, better than we can get with any other implant,
right.
Particularly for people with irregular eyes. And so, it really is a nice development because we haven't had anything that quite as nicely serves that population.
Yeah. What would you say the population with that type of eye would be?
Yeah, it's actually not that uncommon. It's between 5 and 10% of people going through cataract surgery, which is, among all of us, have some degree of irregularity.
I see.
As always, it takes good judgment for a doctor, understanding a patient, good measurements, and so we can't, just make blanket statements about who it applies to. We have to evaluate. And that's one of the nice things that we enjoy doing, is helping to understand our patients, what their visual needs are, and then, suiting the technology to them. One nice thing, because now this is just FDA approved, so most doctors across the country are just learning about it. Well, we've been using this lens for 5 or 6 years because we work very closely through the FDA approval process, helping get the lens approved. So I've put this in dozens of eyes and have lots of experience with it, even though it's other's just new to most
But now
docs.
it's available to those who weren't part of that study.
That's right. Now it's available to doctors everywhere. They're slowly releasing it because there are some learning points for doctors who are new to it, but we're already well past that ourselves, having used it. So.
Oh, that's great. It's nice to have choices, right? So this way, at least you can serve more of the population than before. So.
That's right, exactly. Medical care should be as customized as it can be, so that we're helping more, right?
Well,
than
it's
just
getting there.
One size fits all.
I think it's slowly, but surely it's changing to be specific to the individual.
It really is, yeah. It's exciting to see the advances in medicine that are keeping people alive longer, and more importantly, with high quality of life, right?
Well,
and this is the place for it.
If you
Laguna
can't
Woods.
see and you can't hear, what the heck else can you do, right?
That's right. Vision's so important, and we lose lots of things, threaten our independence as we get older. But having good vision is something we use every day of our life. So there's value in it.
Excellent. Thank you so much for the information.
It's great to be here. Great to see you again.
You too. If you want more information about the lens that we have just discussed, you can always go to Harvard Eye Associates at harvardeye.com, or you could call them at 949-951-2020. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Hovannessian. People often ask questions about the best way to take eye drops, and there is a right and many wrong ways to do it. This video is going to teach you the right way to take drops, and we'll give you some tips for people who have a hard time doing so. Most eye drops come in bottles that have a screw-on cap. You need to be careful not to touch anything to either the inside of the cap or the tip of the bottle, because these areas are sterile. Any bacteria that gets on those surfaces can grow in the bottle and contaminate the drops. Some eye drops come in little vials like this, where you break off the cap. These are drops that are meant to be thrown away after just one drop. That's because they have no preservatives, and there's nothing to keep bacteria or fungi from growing inside the open bottle. So the manufacturers make them this way on purpose. Throwing the vial away is what's recommended and what's approved by the FDA. But to save money, some people like to use these droppers more than once. If you're going to do that, here's what I'd recommend. Once it's open, keep the tip of the vial from touching anything, and store the vial with the tip up inside a clean shot glass or other narrow container. Keeping this in the refrigerator will also minimize but not entirely prevent contamination. No matter what you do, you should probably throw the open vial away after about a day. Okay, here's how to take an eye drop. First, tilt your head back as far as possible. Sometimes laying down makes this easiest. If you're right-handed, hold the eye drops in your right hand between your thumb and index finger. Use your left hand to pull down your lower eyelid, which makes a pocket between your lower eyelid and the eyeball. Tilting your head back makes this pocket more exposed and easier to hit with the drop. That pocket, after all, is where you're aiming for the drop to fall. Rest your right wrist on the knuckles of your left hand. This gives your right hand better control and better stability. Hold the bottle with the tip pointing downward about an inch or more above the pocket in the lower eyelid. Don't let the dropper tip touch your skin or the eyeball or the inside of the eyelid. Squeeze out just one drop and let it fall into that pocket. You can do this same maneuver for either eye. Putting the drop on the forehead or the cheek does not count, but it may happen sometimes when you're new to doing this. If you miss, try again, and you'll find you can actually get pretty good at getting the drops in. If you absolutely can't do this, here's another way that's not quite as good, but almost anyone can do. Look up toward the ceiling, or lie flat if you prefer, and keep your eye gently closed. Let the drop fall in the little valley around the inside corner of the closed eyelids. Then open your eye and blink a few times. The drop will roll into the eye. This method is not quite as good because there is an opportunity for skin bacteria to contaminate the eye drop. Though it's not ideal, this way is probably better than not taking your drops at all. By the way, there's never a reason to take any more than a single drop of any eye medicine. The eye just doesn't hold any more than one drop, so taking more than one is really just wasting medicine. Some people say they can't always feel when the drop goes into the eye. A good way to make this easier is to refrigerate the drop. You'll feel the cold on the eye. It's actually kind of soothing, and although it's not required, it won't do any harm to keep them cold. Also, if you have issues with drops stinging your eyes, keeping them cold can actually help a lot. One last really important bit of advice. Immediately after you put in an eye drop, you should close your eye for about 5 minutes. Why? Because it keeps the drop in contact with your eye at full strength for a much longer time than if you start blinking. Doing this can more than double the effectiveness of your drops, so it is time really well spent. You should also wait about 5 minutes between taking any 2 different eye drops in the same eye. That way the first eye drop can be absorbed instead of being washed away by the second. I hope you find this information makes taking eye drops easier. I'm Dr. John Hovanessian. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back. Our movie for today is called Black Adam, and that is starring The Rock. And you can check that out today at 2 p.m. with subtitles, 6 p.m. without subtitles, and that is brought to you by City of Hope. And then, just as a reminder, Valentine's Day is coming up in a few short weeks, so you will want to make sure that you get in on the Valentine's dinner dance. Doors open at 5 p.m. Dinner and GRF No Host Bar is 5:30. Entertainment by Close Harmony at 6:30. Tickets are $45 per person, and the food is catered by Martinez. The tickets are on sale now, and you can get them at Clubhouse 5 office. And for more information, you can call Recreation at 597-4382, or you can email them at recreation@vmsinc.org. So make sure you get in touch with them or get your tickets as soon as possible, because you never know if it sells out. And then another thing that's going on, the Village Bazaar is coming up. Saturday, January 28th, that is today, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., Clubhouse 5's main lounge, and you can check out all the different wares of our local artisans right here in Laguna Woods. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather. As I mentioned, we are looking at partly cloudy skies later today, and we will be having rain tomorrow and Monday. So today, 61-49, tomorrow 55-44, 55-40, both rainy days. And then if you are traveling, take a look at these numbers. The beaches are on the chilly side, but not as cold as the mountains. 58-49, 60-50, 61-40. Palm Springs, too chilly, 65-44. Tahoe, 31-10. Big Bear, 40-20. Mammoth, 26-8. Plenty of snow. Las Vegas, 59-36. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll be back here again on Monday morning at 9 a.m. right here on Village Television. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.